our next guest is someone that's had tons of success and is an inspiration to all of us. This person's been doing some amazing work in Africa, down in Nigeria, and is making it happen. And it's been an absolute pleasure to watch, him and his success over the last few years as he's grown his team and really has become one of the leaders of leaders down in Africa. So, Byron, do you want to introduce our next guest?
Yes, and I'm thrilled to do this. There's so much information I know that people are going to be able to learn from one of our double diamonds, and that is Casmire Okafor, because he is somebody that not only is a leader of leaders, but he strives to not only bring people into the business, but what do you need to do to keep them in the business? How do you make people feel like they're a part? It's one thing to go and share the opportunity and share products. It's another thing to be able to do what is necessary to help them thrive and help them want to stay and be a part long term. So Casmire, thanks for being here today. We appreciate you taking time and sharing your experience and your knowledge with everybody.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on this program. I am super excited. This is a wonderful program, and since I've been involved in Rain, it has been a wonderful journey for me, and I love the business, I love the product, I love the opportunity. And let me just quickly share my story briefly. When I saw Rain and look at the vision they have and where they are going, I understand that this is what I want to. This is the company I want to partner with. This is company I want to see a vehicle to help me achieve my goal. So I got involved, and when I got involved, I took my time to really understand how the system works, and understanding it now helped me to build a very large organization in this business. So over this period, I've been able to track things that are working and things that are not working. And today I want to quickly share those things with you. So when it comes to building your team, it is important. That is, I just want to go straight to the point, because I want you to learn something that is going to help you in your business. So we will be focusing on team building activities that guarantee growth and retention is what we are going to be focusing. Why is that important? Well, as a Rain partner, you need a team. You want to have a big team. You want to have a large organization in which can help you achieve your goals. So we are going to be focusing on this process, that is a growth process. And these are three aspects that we will be focusing today. Now, I want you to understand that these are important. I want you to pay attention to it. And if you have a writing pad, ensure that you put this in writing and remember them. It will also help you to know the stages and what to do at a particular point in time. So the first thing we want to look at is what we call when you are getting started. I know that on this call, on this program we are having, we have those who are getting started. We have those who have been with us for 3 months, 6 months, and so 2 years and so. But we want to take a look at when you are getting started. What does it mean? What are the things that you need to understand when you are getting started? Well, there are things that are so important in your business. If you don't really understand what activities, what you need to do at this period, in fact, this is what we call the most important period in your business with Rain. Now, this is the time you need to connect with so many people. Do you know why we say so? Because in your business career with Rain, as you keep building your business, it will get to a time that other things that are going to come into your activity that is going to take more of your time, whereby at the end of the day, you find out that you are doing a lot of activities in your team. But as a beginner, this period is the time you need to connect with people. And that is what we call inviting people. We will get to that as we continue. So inviting people, when you connect people with people and you invite them, and whatever program you have, whatever program we have, this is where you need to expose more people to that. Now, this is when you need it the most. What do we mean by needing it the most? More eyeballs on your opportunity and your business. We want to understand that when it comes to people buying what you have, when it comes to people considering what you have, the more eyeballs you have on, you have on your opportunity, the more chances of having people who will say yes to what you offer. So as a beginner, someone getting started, your effort, your activity is focusing all your effort to getting people to take a look at your opportunity and taking a look at your business. This is when enthusiasm is important. This is when focus is important. All right. Now, I remember when I was getting started, exactly what I did is what I'm discussing with you. And I know that if you can apply this same principle, this same program or idea in your business, you are going to have success. Focus. Remember, as a beginner who is getting started, you need focus, because once you are distracted, you won't give it the 100% push you need to really get started. This is the time for the right foundation. Every parent wants to give their child a good foundation. So as they grow up, they will take it, and that is how they will be able to learn how to survive in their life. So your first 90 days is regarded as what we call incubation period. This is the time that you need to pay more attention to what is going on in the team. It is important. It is not the time for you to say, I'm going to attend the training next week or next month. No, this is the time you need to immerse yourself in whatever that is going on in the company and the team. Why do we say so? This is the time because you need basic knowledge about your business. So we don't want you to miss this stage. We don't want you to miss this period. Of course, we know that you are going to make money in this business. You want to achieve your goals, you want to achieve your dreams, but you need to put things in order before those dreams can be realized or achieved. So what is the lesson you want to learn when you are getting started? You need to keep connecting with people. In fact, the most important activity you need to engage yourself on is having more eyeballs viewing your opportunity, seeing your product, seeing what you have. If you don't do that, you are going to miss out a lot when we get to the next stage in the business. So I hope you are learning something on this. So for those who are getting started with us, what do we mean when we say getting started? Well, that is when you sign the form. That is when you have maybe 1 or 2 persons you've told about the business. You don't really have a team, okay? You just have 1 or 2 persons and you are getting started. So why is this part is very important for you? It is what we call the growth process. So you need to go through this process. You need to engage yourself in these activities that we discuss, connecting with people, and then having more eyeballs on what you have. Now, let's now move on to the next slide that shows when you have a team. Now, of course, you come into the business, you have 1 person or 2 persons, but this time around, your team is growing. What do you need to engage yourself on? What are the activities? What do you need to do to build a large team? Whatever I'm telling you here is what $1 million earners are doing. They know the stages, they know when to move, and they know when their business has moved to the next level or next stage. So when you have a team, it means you have people coming into your business. The people you sponsored, they're excited about the business. They told other ones, they want other people to come into the business. But here is the most important thing. This time around, this period, you are the focus. Why do we say that you are the focus? These ones that come into the business, they don't really, they are not more familiar with the company. They are familiar with you because you are the one that brought them in the business. And so they are focusing on you. They are looking up to you. They want to look at your enthusiasm. They want to look at your vision about what you brought them in. And so at this moment, what is important? You need to assure them a team support. And how do you do that? Well, assuring people a team support means that you need to reach out to your team members on a daily basis. You need to show them you care. You need to show them that this is what you are in. Remember, when you are not visible, You get someone involved in something, you were excited about something, and you get someone involved in something, and all of a sudden you disappear, and no one is hearing about you. You are not doing activities. It becomes something that, oh, who or where is this person? So the point we want to emphasize here is you need to be more visible. How does it work when we say more visible? Your team members need to see you engaging in activities, doing something that they see you on a daily basis, that you are doing something about what you brought them to do. That is why we say presentation will change the game. Let me share my personal experience. When I got started and then started having team in this business, I understand these stages. I understand this level of growth in the business. I know now that I have a team. These people are looking up to me because I am the very closest person to them before someone above me. And so I need to take responsibility. I need to assure them my support. I need to be there for them. And so presentation becomes necessary. That is why presentation is going to change the game. How do we mean when we say presentation is going to change the game? Your people need to see you being the one to explain, being the one to take that responsibility to help them see that this is important for us to do it. Because if you don't remind them, if you don't get people on presentation, they won't do anything. So I want us to pay attention to this, because we have seen some people come into this business, they get some people involved. Whatever you do here will determine what will happen when your team begins to grow. So you are the representative, yes, and you need to always be the newsbreaker. That is the point as a broadcaster. What do we mean by that? If you notice, most of us who are actually succeeding in this business, whenever Rain is running promotion, whenever they are doing program, whenever they are doing presentation, we are the one that are breaking the news. We are the one that are keep informing our team, keep letting everyone know about this. Because if we keep quiet, no one is going to know about that. So that is your role. Now that your team is growing, your role is to serve as a news broadcaster, someone who bring up news, someone who remind people, someone who always repost, and make people know what is going on. Now, when you begin to do this, what are the advantages? You are learning skills that is going to help you grow more as your team expands. Now, let's take a look at what happens when your team begins to grow. This is the area I want us to now pay more attention to, because I know you are here to make more success. We are here to help more people achieve their goals and dreams in life. Now, if you don't lead people, how are they going to move from where they are? So leadership is important. When we talk about this leadership, sometimes people don't really understand what leadership is all about. But let me explain this to you when it comes to our own business. Now, the corporate are there giving us the support, giving us the product, giving us all the necessary tools we need to grow our business. Well, how can we help our team members to do so? Well, not everyone in this business is a diamond right now. But everyone in this business has a team leader who he can reach, he can get to when it comes to support. He can, now, this pattern or this level, when it comes to when your team is growing, what we want to emphasize here is this. The company, they have done their own. They have provided us with everything we need to do in order to grow our business. But as a leader, it is our responsibility right now to ensure that everyone that comes in our own organization understand what company wants us to understand. So leadership will keep your team. When people begin to come into your business and they see, okay, I am interested, I want to grow this business and I want to do more in this business. When they look at you as the leader, the leadership, the person they are looking up to, if you don't demonstrate that leadership quality, they won't stay with you. That is the truth. That is why you can see most of us, most of the leaders in this company, they have demonstrated that leadership quality. They've been able to lead their people. And that is why whatever you want your team members to be, you want them to do their authorship, you want them to create more customers, You want them to invite more people to the event. You want them to follow the system. You want them to use Rain app. You want them to do everything that will bring success. Now, the question is, you yourself, are you doing that? And so that is why if you want to really expand and return and grow in this business, become what you want your team to be. If you take a look at the leaders you can think of in Rain, you can see the activities they are doing all the time. Who are telling them to do this? It is because they understand that they want to set the example. They want to help people see how the business is being run, what activities everyone who wants to succeed should engage himself in. So when you come into the business and your team begins to grow, now that your team is growing, these are the things you need to understand. You need to set the example by being the person to do whatever you want your team members to do. That is where you need to up your game. Now, using tools. Now, I can tell you, when you take a look at the corporate, you see what they are doing. They use Zoom, they use Facebook, they do Facebook Live, they do presentations, they do a lot of things that they inform their distributors, us as a partner. Now, you can see that we are not missing out. Rain is doing their best to provide us all necessary information, announcements, and they reach every single one of us. Now, as a leader, if you want to retain more people in your business, if you want to up your game, you need to start imitating the corporate. What have they been doing? They've been able to understand how to use Zoom to grow the team. So you, as a Rain partner, you need to also do those. So we have all the tools. For example, we have our Rain Connect app. Now, can you teach it to people in your organization? You need to use that first. Now, at this point, this is where we have so many people when they see some success and their team are growing, and then they get into what we call management mode. They stop recruiting, they stop creating more customers, they stop, doing those initial stage. That is when they start getting to, when they got started, how they were bringing people into the business, recruiting people. So we don't want you to get into that management mode. So what will bring you out of this management mode? That is the question you should ask. Remember, if you don't want to get into management mode, get the idea of what you did when you got started. Remember the activities you were engaging when you were getting started. Those activities are important. Those activities are kind of a habit you form. This habit is going to follow you throughout your Rain career. Because if you do well in the first stages by inviting people, by meeting new people, these are the habit that is going to follow you when your team begins to grow. Never see yourself that you have achieved everything. Don't do that. Even when your team is growing, even when your team is producing results, do not relax. Keep bringing people, keep recruiting people, keep creating more customers. Honestly, if you see what Rain Plan is all about, the huge commission. So if you limit yourself on these few people that you brought into the business, so you are leaving money, a lot of money on the table. And that is why you can see us. We keep recruiting people, we keep creating new leaders all the time. So we want you to emulate that. You need to go big. This is one of the things that I discuss with those who really want to build real business with Rain. I tell them that you need to find key people that you need to build as a pillar. Now, what do we mean as a pillar? A pillar is, when you are constructing building a house, you need a pillar for the house to be strong. In this business, you need to have that mindset that you need to build a pillar. Now, find people that you are going to spend much of your time with. These leaders, spend your time with them, solidify and stay with them and grow them so that you both will work together in order for you to achieve common goals. Honestly, friends, why are we discussing this? Because we want you to build a team. Of course, this is where the money comes in. Whatever you do today is as a result of the performance, the team, the people you help in your organization. So if you help lesser people, then you earn less money. If you help thousands and millions of people, you are going to earn in millions. So our goal here is to build big, is to go big, is to do something, is ensure that our team is growing. We don't want to limit ourselves on just a few number of people. This is a huge opportunity that is here to stay. This is a huge opportunity that is changing life. So why would you settle for less? And so I want every one of you to have this big mindset. What does that mean? Big mindset in the sense that set your goal that every single person, at least you need to create 7 diamond direct legs. The people you brought into this business, you want to have at least 7 diamond legs. This is a big goal that you need to register in your mind, and this is what is going to guide you on your activity. So if you have small goal, this is going to affect you. You are not going to perform a lot. But when you have this big goal, that is exactly what I'm doing, and that is what leaders are doing. So one of the lessons I want us to learn here is what we call the growth process. That is what I want you to understand, the growth process. Now, if you take a look at the growth process, you will realize that it has 3 stages. When you are getting started, when you have a team, and when your team is growing. Now, what are the activities that you can engage yourself in that will encourage retention? You see, in this business, you come in and you're excited, you are super excited, and then you keep bringing people, and over time you notice that some people are not getting it, they are not following, they are, after a few months, they are kind of going back. But let me share with you this point that can help you, which we have already discussed, and I want to emphasize more on this. Number 1, you need to connect with new people daily. Remember, daily, not when you fail. You need to build relationship daily, and you need to invite people daily. Then presentation should not be once in a week. It is something that needs to be going on daily. In fact, I want to encourage you to follow a brand fan page. You can see what our CEO is doing. He's doing a wonderful job. He said the same presentation opportunity meetings. So are you going to you see him come tomorrow, come next tomorrow, and also repeat the same opportunity? Because there are millions of people that have not seen it, so that needed to see it more. So presentation daily is important. And then you need to promote. What do we mean by promote? Whatever comes out from Rain, whatever comes out from the team programs, the corporate, you need to be the person that promotes. And then, of course, you need to use tools, and you need to follow the system. These are the things that we want you to understand if you want to build your team, retain your team, and earn that income that you have always dreamt of. So let's take a look at this. Repetition is the mother of learning, the father of action, which makes the architect of accomplishment. Whatever you see here, whatever you can see anyone in Rain has achieved, it is about repetition, repeating the right thing, the right habit. That is what brings success. So when you are new, do not fail to engage yourself in those activities that can stand as the right foundation, which will take you to the next foundation when your team begins to grow. That is what we want you to understand, because the first will determine the end. So get it right. Engage yourself in those activities so that you can have retention. Remember, once again, repetition. Do not expect that you will keep learning new things every day before you can succeed in this business. One thing, 2 things, or few things you have learned, which is the right thing from the corporate, how to build this business, from the promotion the team is doing on presentation, whatever thing that they are doing that is working for them, the secret is repetition. So don't just expect that, okay, what you hear today, that you need to hear another one before you can succeed. No, it is about repetition, reinviting, exposing, and then following the system. So this is what I know that it has helped me. And if you can apply it in your business, you will have a big team, you can retain your team, and you can help your team to expand. And of course, at the end, you will achieve your goals in this business. So thank you so much, Byron, for this opportunity.
That's amazing. And I love hearing it. this is something that you practice. This is something that as you're sharing this, I know that you live this. I know that you do this, and you can see it in the actions, what's going on in your team and your organization. Being able to be kind of a pioneer and one of those main people that started in a new region, started in a new country, in a new continent. You taking the time to share your experience on what is necessary, not just to build the team, but to retain a team and how to do that. So it's pretty amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it, Casmire. A lot of great advice. One of the things I loved what you said, and I've watched, as you've kind of grown in this industry, is become, that person that people want to follow. You mentioned that here in your little presentation today, and I love that, and I know that you live by that. But it's a good advice for everybody, no matter where you're at. Become that person that you want to become. Learn the skills and the tools and the things that you need to be that person that other people want to follow, and you'll have success, as Casmire, you've done. So appreciate you jumping on here with us today and sharing this insight. You did an amazing job, and we appreciate everything that you're doing down in Nigeria.
Thanks, my friend.
Thank you so much.